Hello, my blessed humans. Today, let me give you some 10 reasons on why you should plant your own food. First of all, you'll be saving money. You save money because you save that coin that would have gone to buy that vegetable. Also, it's more nutritious because, first of all, like if you do it organically, then it gets more, you get more nutrition than the ones you buy in the stores. Reason number 3, you're in control. You know what to eat, what's going on. Since you plant that plant, you know whatever you've used on that plant, so it's safer for you to plant your own food than buying food in the market. Other thing is, it's guaranteed. Freshness is guaranteed. Anytime you need your vegetables, you just harvest and you cook them. Also, it tastes better. There's something about homegrown vegetables that just taste better. Then you have this sense of pride for eating something, like it's an achievement, so you get the sense of pride. Also, it is aesthetically pleasing. Like, let me tell you one thing, like I have this flower, and you look at those flowers out there and they just give you joy. When you look at those plants, they give you joy by just looking at them, even not harvesting, just looking at them. Also, it helps to stay active because this is an activity, and it can turn to a hobby, but this activity causes you to be active all throughout. Also, this is also a learning opportunity. You get to understand and have knowledge on so many plants of herbs and how they grow, their nutritional value and usage, where to use them, how to complement them when you are cooking your food. Planting food also gives you joy. It gives you this sense of accomplishment, having to harvest or having to eat something which you've worked for. So your sweat and the root, all that it has taken for you to put that food on the table, and there's this joy that you get from eating that. Also, have we talked about conveniency? Imagine having access, like anytime you want the greens, they are there for you. It's not like you wake up and you feel like you need to get some veggies to make a smoothie, but then you need to go to the market, or to source for it. But now you have your own access, you have control, because anytime you need it, it's just there. You just open your door. You just have to open your door, your back door, wherever, and you get food. Also, let's talk about stress relief, because as I said, this is joy you get from seeing your plants. But also, if you're having a bad day and just go to your plants and you connect with nature, there's this tension that plants relieve you of, and you need to give it a try. And you tell me for sure, you can't be plants and be full of tension and all those bad vibes. Plants give you joy always. So let's not forget about the aesthetic appeal that plants bring to your balcony. It gives your home that lively feeling, and making it so colorful, and it's having a balcony garden. It brings about this vibrance, the green plants, the colorful vegetables, and it enhances that aesthetic appeal to your living space. You get to add that beauty and liveliness, to your home, and bringing about that a sense of, relaxation and social gathering. You want to, to gather around those plants all the time. So that's also. So did we talk about the control over your food safety? because when you grow your own vegetables, you have complete control over the cultivation process. You can avoid using harmful chemicals or pesticides, ensuring that your vegetables are safe for consumption and free from contamination. Because I remember the you want to pick your your rice and you wash it. That water is very useful. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to understand. And as you can see, this is my journey of owning my own food. You can see there is mint. I have the morning glory flour. Now let me give you a journey, like let's have a look at the journey on how it started up to here. I woke up one day, checked out on the balcony and saw the emptiness in my balcony, and I wanted to do something about it, so an opportunity to give it a try and grow plants, mostly edibles, and thought why not hang something on those, on that balcony, and something which I can eat and something which would give me joy. And I have this thing, I love plants, so I looked for 10 liters plastic containers, also cut some holes at the bottom. I cut them in half, look for black soil and mix it with manure, chicken manure, and began my journey. And that's where we are, and that's how the journey began, so you can see those seedlings when they were small, because I bought the seedlings when they are small and I used them. Yeah, so that's how my journey began. And it rained and it was a blessing, yeah, and that's how it was. That's how the whole thing started. So these are the plants I began with. These are the Koran greens, the skuma wiki, the Kenyan East Africans greens that we also used to. And here are the Swiss chards, which we call the spinach here in East Africa. I don't know if it is East Africa or it's in Kenya. And I love, I can eat spinach every day. I love them. Spinach are amazing as compared to the skuma wiki. And I also planted some those small green whatever onions, I don't know what they're called, the green onions. Yeah, those small green onions. And here is my morning glory. Yeah, so I don't know if you'll be able to see. And then I used ash as my organic pesticide after about 2 weeks there, or about 3 weeks I think. Yeah, so that's how it began. I used as the organic pesticide. Yeah, going the organic way. Now pesticides, going the organic route. All of them, from the Swiss chard, everything. So this is how we did it, Something that is available in your kitchen, and even if not in your kitchen, in your neighbor's kitchen, and all you need to do is be good to your neighbors, talk to them, talk to your family members who, take that ash and use it. So here I smeared it on, this is my mint, and that was a container of these green onions. I don't know what they're called. Yeah, and I had the green onions, the Swiss chard, the coral greens, and what else? That's the coral greens. And then the container there at the end, that was basil. Yeah, that was basil. I call it basil, but I hate basil. Yeah, so that's basil. And this was Dania. What is the name of Dania? Dania parsley or some. Is it parsley? I think so. Let me confirm. It's the coriander. And here I got my first harvest of my onions, and I did a bit of, after seeing this growth, which I was happy about, I decided to prune. Is it to prune or to harvest or something? Yeah, so that to give the stalks a bit of growth. Yeah, so that's what I did. And I enjoyed some green smoothies. Yeah. And today I get a visitor. Oh la la. Finally, you get to see what we are looking at right now. So this is what is happening, and I'm looking forward to my next harvest, and the journey continues. I've been thinking of changing the containers to something a bit professional. So looking into doing that. It will be hard work because of changing means me ripping off these containers, cutting them so that to protect the roots of the plants as I transfer it to other containers. But I think that will happen after I've done a number of harvests, and not having a risk of losing the plants or the plants going back to zero. Going back to stage 1. So that's what I'm looking to doing next. So thank you so much for watching my journey of eating from my own balcony, and this have been amazing, and I'm enjoying it. I thank God for this journey and the far that I've come, and looking forward to doing more. Did I get to show you I planted, because the only thing that I felt that I was missing was the rosemary, and I planted the rosemary, so I think you see it. And we are planting eggs also. We're planting eggs. So I've been, because I used to, like, if you see this container, I used to crush those eggs, crush them with my, I take a poster and I crush and I throw it there, but that isn't working well for me. So putting together those egg shells, and I want, when I pile them to a certain number, then I can blend them. I blend them and I produce like some kind of powder, and then put it in water and pour it in my plants for some culture. So that's what I'm looking forward to. So so here's my aloe vera, and you can see my rosemary from this view. So that's how we are. That's where we are at. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you on the next one as we walk this journey of being, self-reliant on our food and what we eat, and just trying to be more healthy, just trying to be more healthy in our natural way. So you see how my spinach are. So those ones are the ones which were getting me worried, because it's my first time doing this and I didn't know how to do it, but I decided I'm not going to the chemical way. I'll do everything organically, and every day is a day to get new knowledge and to learn something new, and I'm looking forward to this journey of every day learning something new. So see you on the next one, my people. Adios, and may God bless you.